Hey, how's it going? You know, about a week ago, BGI crossed 100,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is just mind-blowing to me. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm super grateful to everyone who's subscribing, commenting, following along to these lessons, these videos, week after week. And so to kind of commemorate this 100,000 subscriber milestone, I wanted to do something a little bit different, but really important. I think that there's a lot to be gained from listening to another guitar player's story, their guitar journey, the ups and the downs. It can really be helpful to you. So in this video, I want to share with you more about my guitar journey in hopes that it'll help you in some way. So let's get into it. My first guitar really wasn't my guitar. It was my dad's guitar. I think when I was around 11 or 12 years old, I found it in the back of a closet, and I would just kind of sneak into the closet and like pluck the little string, and it just hearing the note, that was what I started playing on. Yeah, I definitely remember, the pain in my fingers, and just pressing down on a string, and it felt like my fingertips were on fire, And if I go a while without practicing now, I still kind of get that. It kind of takes me back to 12-year-old John trying to do it for the first time. For any guitar player's journey, if you're really learning, if you're really growing, then you're going to be struggling almost daily with the instrument. It's kind of a fight that you enter into willingly in that regard. But for me and for a lot of us, it is so worth it. It's worth that struggle. And to me, on the other side of that struggle is hey, I learned something. Hey, I did something new. Hey, I did something today that I couldn't do yesterday. And for me, that just excites me. Just playing a chord is hard. And I think, after you've been playing for a while, like you forget that it's a hard thing to make music, to get, 3 or 4 fingers on the fretboard, pushing down the right strings. And oh, by the way, you got to make sure you don't bump into another string and, create all these nasty cracks and just not good sound. Yeah, I just started out playing because I definitely had a draw to it. It was pretty cool. It was something that I was terrible at. Like, everybody starts out terrible, but I just could see that it was going to be worth the effort. But when it really got cool, when it really hit me, I think for the first time was when William and I started our first band. And we were in 9th grade at this point. And had been playing for a while. We both were digging that same heavy metal stuff, and not just Metallica, but Black Sabbath and stuff like that, the harder classic rock. We loved that stuff. And I think the very first time that we got together with a drummer, we plugged in and hit the chords, and just this loud noise, and believe me, it was noise, was just going off in this room. And it's like, man, we did that, I think from that moment, like, there was just no turning back. I mean, it was the thing that just kept me coming back, making music with people, creating that big sound. And for me, as a young guy, as a young kid, like that really hooked me. And I think all through high school, as much as possible, I was out trying to do band practice or play little shows and just relive and stick to that feeling. It is definitely very easy to get discouraged when it comes to guitar, learning something new, and it's because it is hard. It is that struggle. But there are so many things that are available to us right now that can help you in that way. Tools, whether it's being able to just simply slow a video down on YouTube, or finding your favorite artist breaking down their own technique right on YouTube or some other way. There's so many different ways that you can learn now that a lot of us really didn't have coming up. For me, it was pause, rewind, play on the cassette tape, and for others maybe it was with slowing down a record or something. But to me, the tools are just right there at our fingertips now, and it to me has brought the musical world closer together. I mean, we can share music in so many different ways now. We can get all the way across the world in no time flat. And to me, that's just amazing. And it really gives us a lot of possibilities and a lot of resources if you do want to get started, if you do want to keep going, if you do want to connect again, or even for the first time with the guitar. I think for anybody, no matter what it is, and we talk a lot about music here because that's the thing, but whatever it is that you want to do, if you can run after it, give it a shot. You might fail, you might not make it, but I got to a point in my life where I was much more ready to take the shot and not have the regret later, and not get to the end of my career, and maybe I would have been successful as the tax accountant, but I didn't want to look back and go, I wonder if I could have done something with music. I wonder if I could have really taught blues music, which I'm passionate about. I didn't want to fast forward my life and realize that I didn't do that. Okay. I got all the way through school while working as an accountant, so doing both at the same time, really kind of burning the candle at both ends, and not spending a lot of time for music. And then what happened was I actually started that career, and it seemed like every available minute just kind of got sucked up into the career. You're young, you're starting out, you want to kind of make a name for yourself, you want to be dependable, you want to do a good job, all those things that we all probably feel. And I think I let those good things get me out of balance. Like I just would work a ton and even study to improve at my job after work, and really just did not spend a lot of time connected to that thing that really drives me, music. And for a lot of reasons, like that period of my life was just really kind of not fulfilling. I was just going through the day to day. I think if you met me during that time, you would have said, oh, he's a happy guy. And yeah, outwardly, I guess, but underneath the surface, like something was missing, something was just going down the wrong path. What motivated me to say enough is enough is when I started a family. I got married, and then about a year later, we had our daughter, and I actually I bought the BGI website domain name the day before my daughter was born. And I think maybe something about knowing that, all right, this is not just me anymore, like there's a family here. And it just didn't seem fair, not only for me to just be unhappy, but then for my wife to have a unfulfilled husband, or my daughter to have a cranky dad or a tired dad because he's grinding away. It wasn't really that it took a lot of strength or anything or guts to kind of jump. It was almost like it just had to be that way. I mean, there was no other way. Like I was just going to be miserable. I mean, in a word, I was just going to be miserable to my family, and that seemed so much more impactful to me, and that I had to make a change. It really just wasn't a choice. I think at the heart of my musical journey has really been community, and I felt this sense of belonging all around. And you don't have to look far for that. If we get to go to a concert again, you stand next to somebody and for those couple of hours, like they're friends. It's just that togetherness. I think this common thread that ties us together that we find in music. And over the years, I've been able to be part of an online community that these folks and me, we love blues music. We love country blues. We love acoustic, just that raw, sound. And I have thoroughly enjoyed being a part of that and seeing this community that I want to be a part of, much like I wanted to be a part of that band back in high school. I want to be a voice in this community, and I love learning from others in the blues community. I love watching what other people are doing, seeing how other people are pushing the boundaries or just, developing on their own. It's to me a really important part of what I do. I'm eternally grateful that I get to do this. I realize that it's not about me, it's about us. This is about us pushing ourselves collectively to get better at something that's really important to us. And I think that does a lot when you can struggle through something, get to the other side with some level of success, and something that, makes me feel a little more complete, and feel like I can be a better person, feel like I can be a better father, a better husband. It might seem weird, but I'm telling you, it's connected. It's all because of you out there that I get to sort of live this and do this and really hopefully in some way contribute to blues music and blues education, guitar education. It is deeply important to me, and it's changed my life in ways that I don't know that I'll ever be able to put into words. I'm sharing all this with you because I want you to know that I wasn't born with really any talent or innate ability. I worked for my guitar playing, and when I stopped working for it, I started losing it. Now, I'm lucky enough to do this for a living now, but I still have to practice. I still have to work at it, and I still keep learning. Now, I really want to hear from you. What's your story? What's your guitar journey? Leave a comment below and share with the BGI community, and I'll see you down there in the comments section. Until then, practice smart and play on. 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 Practice smart and play on.